Oh, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Whatever time you're watching this, wherever you're watching this from. How you guys doing? All right. We're back with another video, as you can see. Let me sit down. Sit down for this one. Oh my goodness. Um, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween, but for the ones that do, happy Halloween. Okay. So, listen. You guys didn't hear this from me, but I overheard somebody say, boycott, boycott. Um, yeah. So I guess I'm kind of on board with that just a little bit because we need some changes like around here. We literally need some changes because what's up with all these people getting fired left and right? Like, man, Amazon, Walmart, UPS, they're all making reparations for robots and all that. Um, I don't know. I heard somebody say boycott. Like we need to boycott these businesses. Like if we can't get jobs there or we can't, you know, work there or we can't, that's the same thing. If we can't get jobs there and they're letting all these people go, they're laying people off and they're making it hard for us. We need to we need to try to make it hard for them. And the only way that we can make it hard for them, and I'm not just talking about just we, I'm talking about everybody. The only way we can make it hard for them is we got to hit them in their pockets because we cannot let them get away with just laying off 600,000 people over the majority of the next however many years that they want to take. Like this AI stuff is moving super, 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 super fast, like way too fast. And your job could be at risk. My job could be at risk. I was just talking to a guy today, one of my friends, and he was just telling me about how like these new companies, how there used to be hundreds of workers in there, and he can contest to that because he's been working and he's been managing properties for years and years and years. Maybe I want to say he's in his 70s. I want to say I don't know 30 years, something like that. But in the time span of the years that he's been working, let me adjust this a little bit. Sorry, I want you guys to see my hoodie. You like my hoodie? Okay, whatever. Forget that. So I want to say he's been working for over 30 years managing properties. So he's like goes to different properties, like TSA buildings. He goes to government buildings. He goes to he doesn't have any like residential properties. So he does like all commercial properties. And he was saying when he goes in there and he looks like actually in the warehouses and looks in the newer warehouses that are being built like currently that are being built. For one, he wants to know how they got like millions and millions and millions of dollars to buy these new buildings in the time we're in right now. But also he sees a lot of what did he call them? What did he call them? Automotive, not automotive. Isn't that what is it? Automated. The new automated systems, right? So basically he says like when he used to go in there years down the line, it used to be like hundreds of workers in some of these places that he used to go to. But now with these new systems, he says he can only imagine that there was hundreds of people that were replaced by these new systems pretty much. And like to me that really hit close to home because like I've worked in a warehouse. I worked in warehouses and like I've been doing warehouse work for like over 8 years, which luckily I'm able to get out of the warehouse industry because I just don't want to work in warehouses anymore. Um, it's nothing against warehouses because they do pay good and they're good. I just don't like being just in the same space for just so long. Like 8 years is more than enough time to say I got longevity or more than enough time to say I don't just hop from one job to the next. But I just don't want to do it because it's to me personally, and I'm not talking about any warehouse workers. I'm not trying to throw no dirt or shade on any warehouse workers or anything. But I've been doing it for 8 years, over 8 years. So I just don't want to do it anymore. So I just want to do something funner. I want to be able to interact with more people and things like that. So what I'm saying is these new automated systems pretty much have replaced hundreds of workers already. And there's new buildings that don't even have employees yet, but they're getting built. All right, there's buildings that I know of. I'm not gonna name the companies, but there's buildings that I know of right now that are being built, and they already have these systems. Like he does walkthroughs and stuff. Like he goes through and what's he call them? I don't know. My brain's not working right now, but he goes and does these walkthroughs. So he takes people through before they actually like get their job. And he said before he never used to have to put they're like steel, they're not steel toes, but they're like pretty much like braces for your feet that are made out of steel, like they actually clamp onto your shoes, which I don't know nothing about this stuff. I don't walk through properties with him and stuff like that, but he says there's clamps that are steel that actually have to clamp to your shoes, so it's like a safety measure, right? But he says he's never had to do that, like his whole time and actually walking through these warehouses and stuff like that, he's never had to do that. So now he has to do it because they have these new automated systems there. So obviously he don't want to walk through an aisle. Like you can't just walk through the aisles anymore down there. Like you actually can't walk through the aisles. You actually have to like look out for robots. You got to have a safety vest. You have to have authorization. You got to have this. You got to have this. You got to have that. Because there's already robots already moving and working like a conveyor system, pretty much like a conveyor belt. So what as he explained it, which I've talked to other like truck drivers and stuff at my job. I talked to other truck drivers and they already said like when they go to an Amazon or something, like they don't even talk to real people. They don't even talk to anybody anymore. It's just like they go there, they pick up their load. There's no management. Like it's robots. And if you've seen some of these actual videos, like a lot of the employees, you can see why a lot of them got laid off because it's like the jobs that they were doing, they were just like taking a box, putting it in the like the robot or giving it to the robot, and then the robot will sort it out, they'll tape it up, they'll package it, they'll do all of the stuff, where it seems like the actual human people, they don't have to do anything besides just pick out what it is, and the robot sorts everything else out. So with that being said, I could see why Amazon's like, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of their positions because like they make it so easy to just like basically do nothing. And before they were saying like, oh, we're gonna create these robots and AI and stuff to be able to work beside people to make people's jobs more easy and more dang, I can't think of words right now. I don't know what it is. I just got home. I've been out all day. But so they're gonna make it more, what's the somebody's messages, forget that. So they're gonna make it more why can't I think of the word? I want to say beneficial, but that's not what I'm looking for. They want to make it more I don't know, maybe it'll come back to me. So basically for lack of better terms, they want to make it easier, better, more efficient. There you go. More efficient. So now they're replacing people. So before it was make it more efficient. Now it's like, well, we don't really need you anymore because the robots can just do the job anyways. Because they update them a little bit more. They add cameras, they do whatever, they give them scanners that they can actually like pick the product themselves. And so yes, whenever you have something like that, you don't really need real people anymore. Sadly, sadly. But my question is like, okay, well, since their plans are to just fire everybody or fire a lot of these people if you're not like a technician or you don't know much about AI or whatever. If you're so basically what I'm saying, like the regular people, the regular workers, the workers that are putting the boxes in the actual robots to go and take them to wherever they're going, or like like a crane director or something, like a like they have AI crane operators at this point in time. I think I was talking about that in one of my other videos. They actually got crane operators. So so basically your job could be affected if you're not one of those people. And then eventually, even if you are one of those people, your job can still be affected once they teach the robot how to do whatever it is that you do right now. So maybe it might not be immediately, right? It might not be today, tomorrow, this year, the end of this year, or even next year. But the plan is that they're replacing people. So if they're not going to be able to hire real people on and do anything and they plan on replacing everybody, that's fine. But we don't have to stand for it. So, like I said, I overheard somebody say we should boycott these businesses because if y'all ain't allowing us to work with you, we don't need to spend no more money with you until we can figure out what's the biggest plan, what's the bigger plan behind all this stuff, right? Because what is it? Like, can somebody tell me what's the plan with the AI? Because before they said we're going to use it to work beside people to make stuff more efficient, and now they're saying, well, we plan to replace people. So is the plan to replace everybody, all the actual human workers, and then we die out, and then what? It's just the rich people that are paying for the robots to come and take everybody's jobs and stuff. Is it the rich people? They're just gonna sit there. So they don't need a real human to drive a car or do DoorDash or nothing like that, right? They're just gonna be like, okay, well, my robot can just bring me the food, and like they're doing that. Like there's robots actually bringing food now. So I don't know what the bigger plan is, but we have to take back our power. And this is like everybody, we got to take back our power and say, okay, well, if y'all are not going to allow us to work with you, and y'all are working against us, and y'all are planning to get rid of us, like we just don't have to spend the money. We don't have to spend our money on that stuff. So I know a lot of people love Amazon. I love Amazon too, right? Amazon's great, Prime Day, same day shipping, all that stuff. I've been doing that for years, and there's nothing wrong with it. But the problem is now it's like, who's going to be able to pay for all that stuff if there's robots supposed to be taking over everything, right? Or it's AI? That's their plans. Not It's not what I'm saying. It's not the media. It's like, go listen to some of these CEOs of these corporations. That's them saying that. So if they're saying that stuff, okay, well, us as American people, or us as wherever you're from, we need to start saying, okay, well, we're not going to spend our money with you anymore because, for one, if it's robots, let them go spend the money. If they're supposed to help the world so much, right? And you're spending billions of dollars to incorporate these things into your jobs and your things, it is not gonna do nothing. It's gonna make it more efficient for you, right? It's gonna make more money for you. But us as humans, we need to eat. We need to live. We need to, we need to get food and shelter. Without jobs, without money, if we're all getting replaced by robots, why do you need our money, right? Now, I know a lot of people probably not gonna agree. I'm gonna still shop at Amazon. I'm gonna still do this. I'm gonna still do this. What I'm saying is, get in the mindset that if we have to do that, as sad as it is, then that's what we got to do, because it's the only way that they're gonna hear you. It's the only way they're gonna hear us and hear how rough it is, how tough it is when it starts affecting their pockets. Because right now they're good, hundreds of billions of dollars. They're not thinking about regular people. All they're thinking about is profit margins, profit, 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 profit. If I can make this money by replacing humans and show our investors and Wall Street and all this stuff that we're getting a lot of money, we're bringing people in, we're bringing things to make it more efficient. That's going to create us more artificial jobs over the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Then we don't need real people. We can just replace them. We can do more with less. But what they can't do is sell their products and sell all the stuff that the robots are producing to the robots. Unless they plan on paying the robot, which I don't know. They might have some sort of system where they can pay the robots and then the money just goes all back and just into their pockets. So who knows? But what I'm saying is we have to take an action as human beings to protect ourselves from getting replaced by AI, from getting replaced by robots. So, did somebody say boycott? You didn't hear from me. I love you guys. I'm out. If you haven't seen this video, like, share, subscribe. Go back and watch my other videos if you enjoyed this video. I know I try to keep it short, but sometimes in my mind I just ramble sometimes. But it's good rambling. Useful rambling. It's valuable. Love you guys.